This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we are playing Rakdos Treasure. So, this is a black and red deck designed to try to create some treasures with the various treasure cards that have already been released, but also several new cards from the new set, and then use those treasures to gain payoffs that are exclusive to the black and red colors for the most part. There's one that lets us, called Devour Intellect, that lets us get like a Thoughtseize type effect whenever we sacrifice a treasure to cast it, and there are other treasure related cards as well. In this hand we got Shambling Ghast, which creates a treasure as soon as it dies. It can also give a creature -1/-1. And we have Gelatinous Cube, which is kind of a ravenous chupacabra. When it enters the battlefield, you get to exile a creature that the opponent controls, a non-ooze that is, and it's just kind of a good mid-range card that adds a little bit of removal to the deck, but also is a mana sink as we can dissolve the card using some extra mana. We also have Orcus, the Prince of Undeath. So I'm not going to be able to introduce all the cards as we are like progressing through and trying to play a game, but I'm doing the fast intro because I do want to get more gameplay into these videos that I'm making on the #sponsored early access account from Wizards of the Coast that I only get access to for 24 hours. So here we go. Black and green. Our opponent has Elysian Caryatid, Valentine, Dean of the Vein. What are we going to do? We're definitely going to attack with Magda. We're definitely going to attack with both. So let's do that and see what the opponent does. And they take it. So I think the right play is to pay 3 life and get a cube onto the battlefield. Gelatinous Cube. We'll go exile this Caryatid and keep our opponent from having too much of a mana advantage. Or at least we'll get to keep our mana advantage. They've got a lot of mana creatures. Valentine keeps getting in. We're all the way down to 12. Vorpal Sword. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Death Touch. And for 8 mana, you lose the game. So maybe that's what they're ramping. Maybe all the mana is hoping to just win a game with the Vorpal Sword. Could definitely be true. We could Prince of Undeath and wipe the board. We'd lose some of our own creatures, but I think they've done their job. We can also play another cube. I mean, that's really good. Yeah, let's just get our stuff on the battlefield here. And you can see the cube can be a monster. Another Shambling Ghast. In the next turn, maybe it's Orcus, Prince of Undeath. We'll decide whether or not we need to kill a bunch of creatures. Our opponent has a binding, gets rid of a cube, gets exiled, and they can get back. Yeah, so they get back the Skull Prophet. Valentine keeps plugging away. Yeah, if we give everything -1/-1 here, then they lose both of these creatures, but we lose 3, and we only get treasures to replace them. I don't think that's very good. I think what we do is attack and see what happens. Alright, they block the cube. That's going to kill the cube. But we can dissolve the Caryatid, meaning that they won't get that back. Why can't I do it? Put target creature card with mana value X, exiled. Oh, okay. So pay 2. I see. I was trying to pay 3, but they're not counting the 1 black you have to pay. I get it now. Okay. So we put the card back in the graveyard so they don't get it back when the cube dies. Unfortunately, it still gets exiled. I'd love to get a cube back with this card. We also don't get the Shambling Ghast death benefits if this is alive. So Valentine's a pain. It is a real pain at this point. Opponent's having trouble locating a forest in their deck. That's fresh. Don't see that one every day. They find no forest. Sus. Valentine has lifelink. It's going to be hard to race with a Vorpal Sword, but here is Polukranos and a second copy of the sword. This is getting scary, but there is a really good draw to go over the top. Polukranos can fight it next turn. Let's go for damage. Let's just go for it, baby. We got all this mana. Maybe the Prince can do something here. We can't get anything back, but we can play the card. Let's see, we could do -2/-2. We would lose our Geists. They would lose Valentin. They would only have Polukranos, which can only fight one of these. And they're at 3. Better than letting them put the sword on the lifelinker. Alright, they do have Death Touch on the Polukranos, but they can only kill 1. So 1 is going to finish the job. Oh, wait, can they just suit up and kill me? No, I still have a blocker. It's really close though, huh? 6. 8. Oh man, that was so close. That was so freaking close. Dragon finished the job. What a battle. Whew. That almost got me. I am sweating from that one. All right. Treasure, treasure, treasure. No treasure, but I'm going to keep it. We're going to see just how bad the fail state of discard a card, 2 mana, 2/2, into some of these powerful later game stuff really is. How bad is it? Just go straight to the brain. Okay, well, we got a Circle of Dreams Druid. Play out the Hexblade. Get ready to Bone Crush something next turn or cast a 4/3. But yeah, sometimes you're not going to draw treasure, and we need to have at least an idea of how bad this is. Alright, so they're playing Elves, and they discarded this card, which tells me they're going to play Circle of Dreams Druid next turn. They probably have another one, otherwise they would have kept something different. So let's Bone Crush it. Okay, that is a little better, and possibly some patience on their part. But I don't think we can let it live. And now we're missing land, which is unfortunate, because playing our 4s into our 5s is going to be hard. We still haven't made a treasure. But we can try to put our opponent under life total pressure, and let that carry us. Alright, there's the Circle of Dreams Druid. We drew a way to kill it. I think we're supposed to, too, but let's give the opponent a chance to trade. Oh, this is... Oof. This could be... I feel like this is still the play. I feel we have to kill it. That thing can generate way too much mana. And considering that they've done nothing here, that mana is meant to go into something huge. Toski. Well, the good thing about Toski is the Geist will take it out. It has to attack into the Geist, which can then kill it. Or we could make the treasure. The cube can also deal with it. A little bit of exile from the cube could be fun. They do have 6 mana for creatures available from the castle. Let's see if they use it. Let's make treasure. Let's see what they do with all that mana. War Master. Here come the elves, guys. We've got them on 8. It's so close to being enough. The 3rd Circle of Dreams Druid. Ugh. And we can't draw the lands. So if we play this, make treasure, we can't play anything else. If we attack with both of these, will the opponent block? Probably. I guess we need to take out the Circle of Dreams Druid, is my guess. We could also hold our creatures back to intercept the creatures if they attack for Toski, but then the opponent can't defend. So let's be aggressive. Because I think they'll do this. And then we do this. Take this. Try to shut that mana down, even though at this point they have access to a lot of it. Hive Arkel, that also makes mana. Oh man. Is the elf deck coming together? It's given me a few hard times with a few different builds so far in this event. Comes together well when we don't draw land, that's for sure. But excuses, excuses. If we attack, what are they going to do? They have to block a good amount. And then we can either play the Painter or the Prince of Undeath. If they double block this, they die. So that's not really an option, so let's go face. If they want to block the Hexblade, they can. Okay. Interesting. Nope. Thinking. Okay. So they take these. They go to 4. There is a Goldspan Dragon on the field. We can play the Painter, and if they try to do something to the cube, we can throw it in the graveyard. Nope, we'd be a mana short of that. I think we just play the Prince. It's Flying Trample. Flying Trample. When their back is against the wall. Seems good. Okay, they have a reach creature that keeps them alive just barely. We need to find one more damage. Oh, attack with both. Okay. I guess they're going to draw a card and they need it to be a good one. The War Master does hold up the ability to pump the elves, which makes for good blocks. But all we got to do is draw a land for the Goldspan Dragon. You meet in a tavern, look at the top 5, reveal any number of creatures put into your hand. Okay, they can no longer use the War Master's ability. They found Vorinclex. They say good game. This absorbs 2, then they have to block the rest, and then they die. So, yep, should be game. We also have this +2/+0 ability from the Paladin. Let's put that on the battlefield. Alright, yeah, they don't have blocks to save it. Alright, drop the good games. Whew, that was close. The elves were coming for us. But that is, what we can definitely learn is that even though we didn't have the treasures early, and we even had a lot of mana problems, Bonecrusher Giant, Gelatinous Cube, like Orcus, these can just be decent mid-range cards, even if we play this as a 2/2, and if we play this as just discard a thing. It actually worked out without much treasure synergy that we got the job done. So, a few cards that we'll get to mention soon. We drew Kalain, like right at the end. Kalain is a black and a red for a 1/2 legend who makes a treasure upon entering the battlefield, and it says whenever you pay for a creature with a treasure, it gets +1/+1 for however much treasure mana was paid for the creature. So that's kind of another cool treasure, both enabler and payoff for the deck. We've got 4 copies of that card that hopefully we'll draw early in the near future. Goes very well with just about everything that says treasure on it in the deck. Magda, you're going to have to do some heavy lifting. We're on the play. I would never keep this if I was on the draw, I don't think, because it relies too much on Magda attacking. But on the play, hopefully Magda can turn sideways, get us a treasure, and ramp us into the good stuff. We'll play the Hive of the Eye Tyrant in case we draw a Den of the Bugbear. And our opponent goes straight to Selfless Savior Town. Fortunately, Gelatinous Cube doesn't really care. Yeah, I'm not blocking. But you must have something else that you're happy to give Indestructible to. let's make treasure. I assume the opponent will block and sack the savior, unless they've got a Winota or something. Oh, just a trade. Alright, so, do we want to cube this savior? I think we just say go and play Goldspan. Good old mono white. Feels like the ladder I know. Elite Spellbinder. Okay. I mean, that takes a Goldspan. And then we'll see if they can kill other Goldspan. They go for the cube. They're scared of the cube. We could also play Orcus and sweep their board. That is not terrible. But I think getting a dragon down makes a lot of sense. We'll see if they punish me somehow by pumping their squad. But I think Orcus can wait until after our dragon is doing its thing. And I'm not going to play the Shambling Ghast. I'm going to save the treasure and the mana for the future. Anyway, Orcus. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn. Pretty nice. Also, return up to X creatures with total mana value X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste. Great if you have a bunch of creatures in your graveyard. It can happen. But it's not nearly as common, I think, as kind of sweeping the board here. The opponent played the shield, but we can kill both of their creatures with the Orcus, which is pretty awesome. Let's attack first. We can also play the cube if we wanted to do that instead. We can also play the Hired Hexblade and draw a card. Alright, so let's do it like this. Let's pay a black, so we make 2 black. Then let's play this for 1. Kill the Savior and the Spellbinder. Yeah, they don't want any more of that. On top of that, we get to cast Hired Hexblade, and since we use the treasure to do it, we draw a card, and we get to cast another Shambling Ghast, so the mono white is not going to like that. Alright, we've got no treasure unless the Ghast dies, but this hand is... I want to play this hand anyway. It's got kind of one of our treasure makers and a payoff, as well as some good 4-drops on the draw. I don't even know if I'd use the Devour Intellect off the treasure, because we might need to ramp these cards out. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've been really happy with the cube so far. I wasn't sure at all. In fact, it wasn't in the deck for a while because I thought I needed all treasures, makers, and payoffs to make sure that we got the treasure interaction the most. But the cube has been really good interaction. That's a great draw. The Reclusive Painter. Don't think we've had it on the field yet. Enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Other creatures get the +1/+1. Orb of Dragonkind. Tap, add 2 mana of any combo to cast dragons. Red and sacrifice it to look at top 7, reveal a dragon. Why didn't I play the Hive of the Eye Tyrant first? I was too busy thinking about explaining some of my cards. That was a huge mistake. A huge mistake. Alright, I don't think I play the Devour Intellect. I think I end the turn. If they play a dragon here, we just want to hit it with the cube. But, I mean, part of this is... Unfortunately, the Hive of the Eye Tyrant is coming out tapped. Ooh, that's not going to work. You can't use this to activate the orb. The orb's not a dragon. Yeah, that's an oopsie daisy. Been there. This makes another treasure, which is nice. But yeah, we got on that one. I got myself, to be clear. Alright, I think we play the other painter. If we do it, we want to do it off the treasure, right? No, we don't. We just want to have a second treasure, and then we also want to devour some intellect. No. Alright. This is kind of tricky because it's always trying... yes. It's always trying to play it off your other mana. So you have to be really careful what you pay for with your treasure. Mystical Dispute and Fire Prophecy, gross. Inferno of Star Mounts. They don't have the mana for that yet, but they're close. Let's take their dragon. It's a dragon deck. Let's take the dragon away. Treasure Vault. Card I wouldn't play in this deck just because we don't have enough mana. We're a mid-range deck. Sacrificing our lands to make treasures. Not usually going to help us very much. So what do you think? I think they got rid of the orb and kept the Mystical Dispute. I'm pretty sure they did. And they hit a Foretell card. Saw It Coming or Alrund's Epiphany. So there is no creature to hit. We'd just be playing it as a 4/3. And I don't want to play this till I can get a Kalain back. So let's attack. Let's play 4/3 cube. Scuffed Bonecrusher Giant. Yeah. Alright, looks like they're gonna try to dig up a dragon here. And whiff. Their deck is not working. Their deck is definitely not working. Alright, so this is a turn that they're holding up Counterspell Magic, so let's power up the Hive. Not give them anything to Mystical Dispute here. We get a Beholder. Doesn't look much like a Beholder, but apparently it's supposed to look like this over here. No dragon. Dragging down. Dragon go away. Down to 8. Threatening for lethal next turn. The opponent holds with the dragon. They play Imarith, the Desert Doom. Now this has Ward 4, which we cannot afford for this cube. We cannot afford it. But we can get in there with the Hive. Our opponent could block. We could kill the Ghast with our own Orcus, like if they block this, but we still have to pay the Ward 4 if we want to use the ability. This is a tapped land right now. Oof. This is scary. I guess we give them a chance to block the Geist. Like, GG me. The heck is that? You want to take it? We got a Thinker. Okay. So play second cube, I think. And we can't afford the mana, but the second cube gives us a lot of options. We could also just play this 5/3, which could be in their way. And we can pay 2 and get back the Reclusive Painter. I guess that's fine. That way we still have a treasure on the field and we have something that can rumble with Imarith. We're also close to paying that Ward 4 if we draw an untapped land. For the cube. They whiffed with the... they whiffed with the Dragonstone twice that game. It's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. Hello, 170. I see you're also a Mage of Culture. No black mana. Think that makes the hand unkeepable. No red mana. But we'll try to use the Paladin to get us there. I guess I'll keep the 2 Paladins, since we need them so badly. So Paladin, Menace, 1 in a black, tap, pay 1 life, create a treasure token. 2 in a black, open-ended, so doesn't even suffer from summoning sickness. Target creature gets +2/+0. If treasure was spent, it also gains Death Touch. Kind of a whack card. Once again, I should have played the Hive on turn 1. I've got to get used to that. It's getting kind of embarrassing. I think the play is to just make a treasure. And not do anything else with it. If they equip this call, which, by the way, if it's enchanter equipped, it gets returned to hand. Oh, GG. Well, I guess the cube can save us. but we are in trouble. Bonecrusher Giant, not good if you don't have red mana. Weird how that works. Miss the land. Okay. Guess we play you. See if we lose to this call. We're gonna need another land to play the cube, and the cube gives us a chance, but I don't know if we're gonna find it. We might just get equipmented right out of the game. Fighter class. Can they level up this turn? Search your library for equipment, reveal it, whatever. Equip abilities cost 2 less, okay. Whatever attacks up to 1 creature blocks, okay. And they fetch plate armor, and they play dancing sword. Okay, that's a lot of equipment, but they only have 1 creature. No! It's tapped. No. Oh, man. Never lucky. Are we dead? Let's find out. Let's find out if we're dead. Equip abilities cost 2 less. Sleeve up the call. Attack with the 6/5. Now what's this thing say? When equipped creature dies. Okay, well, I'm not gonna die it. Die it? I'm not gonna kill it, I'm gonna exile it. The lands, man, the lands have turned against me. Cube! You've been consumed by the Borg. Alright, I think we need this. And maybe we have a chance. Uh-oh. Akiri's gonna get suited right back up. No problemo. Doesn't have double white, though, to equip the Sky Maul yet, but next turn, that's going to be a problem. What the heck am I supposed to do here? Man, the lands have a sense of humor, don't they? So do I have to play a Goldspan Dragon to block with? Is there any way I can threaten lethal? 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. They're at 14. It's not enough. This doesn't grant first strike, though. If I can somehow deal 2 damage, I can bone crush something. I can also play Orcus. That's a -2, not a -3. Ugh. Alright, I guess Goldspan has to block, right? I can't think of any other way. Well, trade with the cube? Really? This comes back as a 2/1, which we can kill. We need to get the call out from under the cube. So we dissolve the call. Tradesies and a little damage. Opponent gets a creature, but when they try to equip it, I will destroy it. It's got Ward 1, which we can pay. Just gonna do this now, so that there's no, like, window to respond to. Warriors. Are you a warrior? Or construct? Fireblade Charger, gross. They didn't go for any equips. They just go for this attack. All right. Another giant. Is it enough, though? I don't think so. Because now they can suit up the War Leader, and they're good to go. We can do a -1, though. -1 with the Prince. What's that do? Not much. The answer is not very much. I guess we need a dragon to block. We could also play Orcus to block. Doesn't achieve very much. If we kill this, it does 2 damage to us. These can attack. Doesn't achieve much either. I guess they can block 1, and then we get it back with the Orcus, because we have nothing else to do with mana. So we could have dealt the damage to the War Leader and then killed it with the Giant. The problem with that is they just suit up the Fireblade and we lose. Now I'm pretty sure they can just use this to make it so that when this thing attacks, they can tap something. Oh, it's one target creature blocks. Okay. All right, well, they play out their stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we have lethal in the air, potentially. Oh my gosh, are we gonna steal this with the dragon and the prince? Okay. Oof. This game was close. Close and scary. They can move this, but I don't think it's going to help very much. Doesn't give reach. Just to show a little extra. That you can use the +2/+0 from the Paladin. Ooh, man, that was close. All right. No early treasures, we'll have to draw them. Because right now we're just devouring intellect and playing bad midrange. And as soon as we see blue mana, we know we've made a terrible mistake. Shambling Ghast, facing an 0/4 that lets you venture into the dungeon. Open-ended mana as a sorcery. So this might be a Nyx Lotus? Blue Devotion, maybe? A little white mana. An Ingenious Smith. Interesting. And it hits. Must be nice. Alright. Well, I don't have a treasure, and if I did, I don't plan to spend it here, so I guess we're devouring your intellect. Discard a card, please. Staff of Waterdeep. Alright. Lots of cheap artifacts going on. Next turn is at risk of being a nothing. Where's my companion? I need a companion. I need something to pay 3 mana for. My deck is doing nothing. That won't do. Fiddlebender can turn the door into something else. Can also turn the potion into something else. Sky Scanner. Alright, what are you doing with the Sky Scanner? You gonna go get the owl? Just endless train of value? Solemn. That's a lot of value. Alright, make me a treasure. There's the Devour Intellect. So, we can hit the hand. We can do this for 1. That's not good enough. We can get the dragon down. Or we can cube. We can Dragon then Devour Intellect. But that won't stop Oswald from doing something nasty. I say we do it like this. Let's get the Fiddlebender off the battlefield and slow this thing down, and let's attack the hand. There's a casket, which can't hit our card, and a potion. We'll take the potion. And that looks like it'll put a little bit of a stop sign here. Secret door can get value, but it's expensive. Tell me you didn't draw something for the cube, please. Please don't top deck something for the cube. Whoa. Trying to draw off the Solemn. Just trying to turn beat down. This is okay. Good job finding aggression, though. Scry to the top. Uh-oh. We are venturing into the dungeon. Through the secret door. Smooth. And that is a cave entrance, scrying to the top again. Alright, dragon. Let's turn the aggression back where it belongs. To our side. And let's see what that top card was that you liked so much. Shimmer Dragon. Well, not enough cards for hexproof yet, but you can tap these to draw. Wait, is this an artifact? Oh, it's an artifact land. I never noticed that. That's exciting for Shimmer Dragon. Well, this just got interesting. They could take the damage and I could give everything a -2, but that might also kill the cube. Shimmer Dragon, what a boss. I guess I'd rather you got a bunch of things back from the graveyard. Let's try the Hired Hexblade here. See if it can draw into a removal spell. Oh my goodness. What a boss. What a boss. Do we want to give our opponent a card with the Solemn? They'll definitely block. So just you. If we go for the Painter, we'll have 1 mana left. We can sacrifice, but then we're out of treasure. I think we just hold. Artifact land. Wow. I never even noticed that on the card. Crazy. I guess you can find some cool stuff with that, right? Look at top 4 cards. Can we reveal an artifact? Yeah, you can hit a land. Like, that's insane. Alright, so the opponent now gets to take the Hexblade with the casket. The Smith gets to rumble. We fall to 7. That's a Crawling Barrens, okay. Let's see, this can have Menace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, block. Not lethal, though. We need a way to deal 1 more damage. This can bring this back with haste. I don't think that's good enough. Alright, make a treasure. Alright, 7. How do we make sure that we live? We just have to make sure we have blockers. There's the blocks. Down to 4. Draws a card. I think we hold up mana to munch with the cubes. Remove the painter, attack. You still need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to get in for lethal. Not only that, we can power up the Hive. I think our opponent actually did a really good job trying to find aggression, but it doesn't look like it might not be enough. We'll see. There's an attack much earlier in the game that was definitely good, especially in hindsight right now. All right, the Barons is tapping, so it's not an all-in attack from that angle. It's the Pillar. Huh. Okay. Pillar's huge. It can tap Goldspan Dragon, and then a Casket. And that targets Kalain the Reclusive Painter. But there's still the cubes. Let's see, you tap this and you have to block and block, right? So, I think I've got this. Alright, so we digest Oswald because we should. And then we power up the Hive, which has Menace. And you block, block, tap, block, block, go to 1. So we have to power up the Den. All right, that'll get there. Whew. That was scary close. There's that top deck of the cube for the Shimmer Dragon. That was clutch. All right, we're on the play with some Shambling Ghasts. We've got a cube and an Orcus. We're gonna give it a try. Let's see what happens. We're in the dragon's lair. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Hey, hi there. Hi. Hi, how you doing? All right, more Shambling Ghasts. And attack. All right, the Caryatid. Well, if they don't block, we're not achieving very much, and I'm curious to see where this is going. Not much of a turn. Shambling Ghast is... It's a nice little piece, but without a sacrifice effect like a Village Rites, I don't think it's very good. And I don't think I have room for Village Rites with the other cards in the deck. Whoa. Dude, chill. Really? Shadow Spear? Vorpal Sword? 2 Elysian Caryatids? You're out of your mind. What you got? Cube. Let's slow down a little. You're wearing me out. I'm getting exhausted just watching you do your things. I really do want some kind of 1-drop in the deck to get back with the Orcus. But without a sacrifice outlet, it's just not doing it. That is really bad. That completely ruins a lot of what we're trying to do. It just exiles everything. All right. If I play this for 1, we lose our Shambling Ghasts and we get nothing for it. I should try to take the Valentin first. Hopefully they don't have another Blood Chief's Thirst. They're down to 1 card. Rune of Might, that draws. So they're really just going for ramp in to kill you with the Vorpal Sword, but I mean, they drew another binding off the top, which is pretty lucky. Pretty lucky gamer there. Let's see what they do, equipping this Shadow Spear, or if they attack. And they choose aggression. Well, I guess we can attack with the Ghasts now, because they're not going to block. We could also play this and kill the Valentin, but they keep this carry added, which is bad for us. Let's go to Dragon Town. It's a magical place. And see if they can somehow come up with the mana to do their Vorpal Sword thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they somehow make a powerful, like a tall creature, like they equip the sword over here, then this taps for 2. Yeah, I still don't think they can do it this turn. This is the second time we've played against this opponent and they whiffed their Binding of the Old Gods trigger. Smells intentional to me. Yeah, here we go. What? What the heck is this? All creatures able to block this do so. Whenever it's blocked by a creature, that creature's controller draws a card. Whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller draws a card. So, like, I would draw a card? I mean, that you can play that card, I guess. I don't know what to make of what's going on, but I guess you can equip it and give it Death Touch and Trample. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to win this game. If I play you, I mean, it's not enough damage. What does the Prince do? Prince can get back the cube with enough mana. And we do have enough to do it. Are we going to lose to the Vorpal Sword, though? I think we might. I think we might lose to the Vorpal Sword. So I guess we need to sweep the board, which I can't really do. Or just let the opponent suit up this boar and go for lethal. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see a way out. They just equip, and I die, right? If I do this... I guess I just do this for 2. I kill every creature except for the boar, and then I have to figure out how to beat the boar. Maybe if I draw another one. See, this will be a 2/3 if I pay for it with treasure. No, it won't. No, it won't. Not how the card works. $10, $11, $12. 13, 14, and Trample Death Touch, so I'm definitely dead. It didn't leave a black in the mana pool. Arr. But yeah, we're definitely dead, right? I mean, I guess we can block with multiples here, but it should have left a black in the mana pool. I don't think it matters now, though. This is +1, though. It's not +2. I keep on getting my, I played too much Magic today. That's what it is. I keep on getting my wires crossed. So this is 13. I've got to block with everything, right? I don't have a choice. So I'm going to survive unless they have another pump, but they're also got lifelink here. I've got to find a way to kill this. I don't know how that's going to happen. 1, 2, 3. Nothing that's gonna get me out of it. Look at the frickin' Shadow Spear on that boar. It did kill it. Oh yeah, it doesn't have first strike. What is wrong with me right now? What is wrong with me? I guess we did the thing. We survived. I think I'm supposed to just play the Bonecrusher Giant, although any creature is a potentially lethal threat. So do we hold the Giant or play the Giant? If we get at them to 12, we can't kill them next turn unless we draw another Giant. I'm gonna hold. Just about everything they have is something I can stomp. And I need another turn. And there it is. Don't draw. It would kill me. Oh, they leave. Wow. Okay, I am an idiot. I don't know how cards work. You can say that plenty. I bumbled my way through that game, but I've also been playing Magic for an absurd amount of hours, so you got to give me a little bit of a break on that front. Maybe I have no idea how to give a good commentary in my, like, 12th consecutive hour playing Magic, but still deliver the content. Anyway, the deck. Let's talk about the deck a little bit. I'm still unsold on, like, this card. Sometimes it's a 10, sometimes it's a 2. It's probably like a 2 of in the deck for that reason. It's a situational all-star, but can also just be a waste. I really like the Reclusive Painter. Like, this card always kind of did what we needed, which is provide treasure, a body, and an effect for the treasure. The Orcus Prince of Undeath is really good, especially if you have mana. So in any kind of a rampy mid-range Rakdos, this card is sweet. And I think it isn't living up to its full potential here, and it's still really good. So there's probably a better shelf for this card. Gelatinous Cube is sweet. This card has really done the work for me, a lot more than I expected it to. And in this deck, where you can use the Kalain to make it come in as a 5/4, it's really actually hard to kill it. So that's kind of nice. The other things I'll say is that there's the elf, the 2/2 grizzly bear like elf that when you pay with a treasure draws a card. That card's very hit or miss, and probably also a max 2 of if you're looking to make space in the deck. But I really like the pile, and I think that there is a future for treasure in the black-red colors. Black-red has been held down by the combination of mono-white and Emergent Ultimatum. The cube helps you a ton against mono-white. Emergent Ultimatum, the Devour Intellect Thoughtseize effect, really helps you against that. So, with those 2 additions, can we compete in Standard? Test it, find out, and try to cut out the weak cards and keep the deck powerful. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.